こっちだぜ。Fight! Round one. Ready, go! Perfect! You win!
燃えたろ
Round two. Ready, go! 見せてやる。飛ばしてやる。Perfect! You win!
燃えたろ
Round three. Ready, go! You win!
Hey, thanks, I completed the card set. So I can stop trying to get cards for a while. I'm honestly not feeling really well right now. I felt sick a lot of today. I figured I should log on and do something at least. I'm really not feeling well. Too much stress.
Nine, eight, fight! Round one. Ready, go! Perfect! You win!
くだらね
Round two. Ready, go! Perfect! You win!
くだらね
Round three. Ready, go! You win! Nine, fight! Round one. Ready, go! KO! You lose! Round two.
I looked at that game, yeah. Not for me. I can't aim at all. I'm not good at that stuff. especially since I play games with a controller. I really liked Hunter Arena Legends, but no one plays that game. It's dead.
Round 3.
I think it has like literally zero people playing.
Go.
ボリボリボリアッパー
We'll need better shit characters. Can't clear this.
You
Come on,
lose.
Skip. He can probably do it.
全然楽しくない。
じゃ楽しんでみる
Nine.
I liked Hunter Arena Legends because there was no ranged combat, so
Round 1.
it wasn't like other battle royales where you just camp in a corner and just wait. That Naraka Blade Point game looks exactly like that, though. Not interested.
KO. You
これで
win.
満足か。
Round 2. Ready, go. KO. You
これ
win.
で満足か。
Round 3. Ready, go. You win.
Ikuyo? Ikuyo?
ほっとけ。
Ready, go.
甘いぜ。
Nice. Tier 7 cleared. Good stuff.
You win.
No, I never have to do that again. That card set made a huge difference. He got bodied pretty much. Alright, the server reset, so let's grab all the stuff. America's honoring what's it called? Daylight savings time, so now the game resets at 8 PM my time instead of 9. Yeah, because my combat power is like 10,000 below his, so. But K-Dash can loop pretty easily, and he has 2 3-bar supers. Worked out. That went way faster than when I did it on the video. Oh, I can finish this today, too. Nice. Alright, we're gonna try to get some characters today. I just need to finish all this, which takes, like, nothing. Okay, that's done. Advent Dungeon. Skip this one, too. There, all done. It took like 45 seconds. Boom. 1,000 rubies. Knock that out fast. This I don't particularly care about. The rewards aren't good. Actually, I guess I should get these, huh? Knock out both. Okay, I'm gonna change this to Gonitz, because I got Gonitz last night. Get rid of him. Time to get nothing. But it was free, so I don't care if I get nothing. Yeah, that's nothing, alright. I got one for him, I guess, but he doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't really need cards right now. I think I can go without them. Crash. Of course. Tomorrow's double battle card bonus. Hopefully I can finish up some of those other dupe sets.
Come on. Fight!
Just a lot of reasons.
Ready, go!
最初にピンポン
この程度
ボディボディアッパーほらアッパー
見切った
フィニッシュね
燃やし尽くしてやる
えてやろう教えてやろう極限の拳を9 8 Round 1 Ready go Perfect You
次元が
win
違うんだよ
Round 2 Ready go Perfect You
次元が違
win
うんだよ
Round 3 Ready go
次元が違うんだよ
You win
I don't like No More Heroes. Combat's not good. It's a great ad, just a black screen. Really informative advertising. Just advertise a black screen to me. Yeah, I'll buy it right now. I'll buy your black screen. Great deal. Should need some gold. I'm gonna buy these. Hold on. I need all the fatigue I can get for the bonus dungeon, the card dungeon tomorrow, so I'll spend $2 to get some gold. I burnt through a lot of it earlier, leveling up a lot of the new characters I got. Alright, all done with that. No, damn, there's 9 million right there. That was easy. Thanks, game. Nothing, huh? Nothing. Just junk. Alright, good. 3,000 fatigue for tomorrow. So that's like 30 runs. Hello, Indra. I'm really damn depressed right now. Hoping I can sell my old CPU and my old RAM, and with that, I might be able to get a PS5 this month. But depends on a lot of factors besides money. I'm hoping, though. I would have enough to pay for like half of it, and then maybe you guys help out or not. We'll see.
Ready, go! だけか。
打ち抜く出て闇に散れ
カイザーウェイ。
超打ち抜く燃やしくりくだ行くぜ黒だよ真っ黒
I'm over.
くだらねえ
Nah. Oh shit today. Alright, that's enough of that. Switch gears here. I don't want to play anymore because I need all that fatigue for tomorrow. Oh, PSO2's down for maintenance right now. I forgot it's Tuesday. Alright, well, I can't play that tonight. I forgot it's maintenance Tuesday. I kind of felt like playing that game today, but nope. Check it out tomorrow, I guess. It actually just went in maintenance, like, if I had gone.
Devil May Cry.
Hello, Grow. It's really annoying playing this game, honestly. Because it's so much better with the mods, but I have like 2 trainers open right now. it gets tiresome sometimes. I need to put it in windowed periodically or momentarily. There we go. Now I can get to the cheat engine. I want to try out some of the mods really quick. Okay. This just takes a lot of patience to play this game, if you know about mods and stuff, because there's one trainer that does everything, but if you want Divergence, you need the co-op trainer. I can't get it to work with the other one. Actually, let's turn that off right now. If you guys want to see what I'm doing, let me pull it up really quick. Why is that there? So damn annoying, man. Why does this count as a game? If I minimize it, it doesn't go away. Oh, okay. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. Hold on. This game, like, loading this game, it takes so much patience. For whatever reason, it counts as a game. It doesn't count as, like, just an app. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to try out some of the stuff on here. This does not work for me. It doesn't work for me anyway. I don't know if there's something wrong or not. Guard cancel out of anything. Wow. Let's try turbo mode. It's like Roman cancels in this now? What? So what's the button combo for Roman cancels? Yeah, sure, I'll try that out. Why not? Okay, I think I'm ready to actually play the video game now. I think. Okay, back into full screen. Okay, so what is the... I need to look at the moveset for this. Minimize all this stuff. Okay, so let's see if this worked. Oh, that's cool.
Dreadful.
I'm on fire.
Come on. Bingo.
So this changes his moveset around.
I'm on fire.
Bloody amazing. Smashing.
How do I do the like flicker jab? I don't know how to do that. Having that not mapped to kick is pretty cool. I have to like relearn how to play the game with all this on, but this is pretty nice so far. Yeah, I don't know how to get him to do the flicker jab anymore. That doesn't work. That? Rising Dragon. Yeah, I don't think he can do that with this this mod on. Doesn't seem like he can. Oh, that's cool. That's the Roman cancel. They do something like this. that's fucking cool, man. That's exactly like Guilty Gear. Wow. I'm impressed. This is actually pretty awesome. I might actually just play him like this now. I missed the flicker jab. That's one of my favorite moves, but it doesn't seem like he can do that anymore.
Dreadful. Come on. Bingo. Bloody amazing. Smashing.
I'm on fire. Shall we dance?
Yeah, I like this so far. Sucks I can't do the flicker jab anymore.
Shall we dance?
Unless I'm missing a command, it doesn't seem like you can. This is actually really nice though. It's like switching between the modes in the base game feels really awkward. It just adds more muscle memory that you have to memorize. Oh, that's cool too. You can cancel.
Come on. Bingo! That was bloody amazing.
I'm on fire.
Wow. That's pretty sick. I hadn't really messed with any of this stuff. Sure, let's try it in gameplay. Maybe I'll do a video on this tonight. If any of you watched my video today, did you notice if there was any stuttering? My recording software updated without my permission, and it like changed all my settings, and it also messed with where the files are kept. So I'm hoping that's what it was. I did alt tab a lot. I think that might have caused it too. I don't know. I'll try again tonight. How do I get over there as him? I don't know how to get over there. How do you do this again? Why the fuck can't you just play this game as whoever you want? That's like the dumbest thing about this game. Why do I need a mod? Just to play as who I want. I don't want to play as stupid V. Hey, having to use all these mods just to play as who I want. What is, like, gaming's obsession with just, like, not letting you play as who you like? It's really damn annoying. I can't believe that apparently Special Edition does not have that feature still. So the PC version's still going to be the best one, unless you want to play as this bozo. This moveset sucks. This game is so much better with mods, but it still requires a lot of patience to play because there's so many trainers and stuff you need to mess with. Which is why I don't play this as much as something like Assault Spy, which is more quick, just, you know, set it and forget it kind of thing. I think Beowulf looks pretty good, but I won't know until December unless I somehow manage to get a PS5, which is possible but implausible. If I can sell my own PC parts, I could pay off 2 installments of it. That's dependent on a lot of things. I know you guys would like to have footage right away and PS5 games and stuff, but it's also the factor of if any are even available in town. Like I said, there's a lot of gamers here, just not gamers like me that play mostly niche stuff. So, arguably the demand is higher because of that. I heard that some GameStops might actually have them right away. I might try to raise some money next week and a half that we have to go before it launches. Got like 20 mods on right now. I have the Bayonetta mod, I have the Behemoths are removed from the game, I have Turbo mode on, this new moveset for Balrog, I have the Roman Cancels, Infinite Ignition. It's like nowhere near the original Vision anymore, let's just put it that way. I hope I can clear this. I remember I did... The last 2 times I finished this game, I removed V from the game completely. Glad I did not use that, because if you use that, the game crashes. Because it tries to load up V's menu, but it can't because he's not actually here. The game gets confused. Dude, do it! Fuck. I'm not... This is a shit boss. This game needs more humanoid bosses. I don't like the bosses in this game. They're like, not fun. There's not enough humans. I don't have anything on par with Kratos in this game. It's mostly just dumb gimmick bosses like this. Bosses are the most disappointing part. This boss is still annoying, even when you're not playing with a garbage character like V. It's still not fun to fight. Oh, this boss is garbage! Why can't they make anything as good as Kratos? It's just not fun to fight. You need another human enemy in this game. Less stuff like this. Even playing as Dante doesn't make this fight fun. It just keeps fucking moving around non-stop. Just die already. I regret doing this level. It's so goddamn annoying. Still die during that? I wasn't aware you could do that. Fuck this boss. It's better with Nero. Still a shit boss. Won't you please just kill him? Why does this game have such shit bosses? You need, like, more human enemies in this game. Instead of shit like this, I can't target him. Just die. This boss is so dumb. Always running away and moving. Fuck you. Shit-ass boss. Thought maybe Dante would make it better. I think Nero's the only character that makes that boss fun. It's just really damn annoying to fight. I wish V was, like, completely removed from this game. He should have just had Virgil from the start, or at the very least, like, let you unlock him in the base game. I remember when the first time I played this, I thought that he was going to be unlocked. It's like, no, you have stupid-ass V and nothing else. Like, why did they waste resources on that character? They didn't even bother to finish him. No one likes him, too. That's what's funny. They force him down your throat, but no one likes him. Like, what was the point of adding him? I'm like, oh, it's to make it more accessible. I'm like, he's harder to play than the other characters. Because you don't have direct control over him. That's what the problem is. The demons don't listen to what you tell them to do. I think he does. And it's partially my fault too. I don't play this game that much because I look at all the mods I have to install to make the game more fun, and I just want to play something else. I just play Assault Spy or something instead of this. It's a blessing and a curse, really. The mods make the game a lot better, but when you just want to turn something on and play it, this is like the last game I recommend. It's also really dumb how we're not getting legendary Dark Knight mode, even though we bought the damn game in the first place. Like we're the reason Special Edition exists. I paid full price for this game. We get the worst experience. It's really shitty, if you ask me. That's not how it should be. I don't think they'll ever add it later on either, because the reboot had a very similar kind of thing going on where they re-released it on console, and the PC players didn't get any of that stuff. Play the campaign as him without mods. Yeah, that sounds good. The question is, are they going to do that for the other characters? Because that should have been in the base game from the start. Like, I like playing Nero in this game. I think this is the most fun version of him. Especially with the mods to switch the arms and stuff, but he hurts my hands to play. Having to hold the right trigger down all the time, it's really awful for my hands, so I don't play him much. But when I try to play this, they force you to. That's one of the most requested features, too, is being able to play as anyone. Apparently there's more to be revealed about it. Maybe they actually did add divergence and just let you play as anybody. I think that's something that's desperately needed. I mean, if a bunch of modders can do it, and it really doesn't change the game that much, I don't see why and people who actually have access to the source code can't do it. At least Virgil's a full character, and he's not just the boss version. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, that's how you do it. So you can still do that. Nice.
Bingo! Amazing!
Is it stuttering at all on the video? Should I do that? Got him to do it like a couple times, now he won't do it. The most recent one and me playing right now. How I did the flicker jab. I can't do it anymore. Huh. Well, that was fun. I'll make a video about Strive later. Definitely a cool mod. It definitely does fix a lot of the problems I have with Balrog. Let me see if I can find his video really quick.
One of my favorites, and completely changes the way one of his weapons functions. The Neo Balrog is an alternate moveset for Balrog that removes the need to stance switch while maintaining almost all of its moveset. Before I explain how it works, I'd like to explain why I made it. Balrog is an incredibly useful weapon in Dante's moveset, basically functioning as two separate weapons. However, the trade-off that comes from this is the restrictions placed on moves from requiring a specific stance. As an example, let's talk about Flint Wheel. Flint Wheel is an incredibly useful tool, acting as both an attack, parry, dodge, or simply a way to quickly reposition Dante. However, to use it as a dodge, you would first have to be in kick mode, meaning you can't be used to react to enemy attacks. Likewise, to enter Welter move requires shifting back into blow mode, meaning its ability to be used as a dodge is situational. This is what I think the main problem with Balrog is. The useful moves are not in a position where they're readily accessible, and the time it takes to gain access to them can be costly. With that in mind, the goal of the Neo Balrog is to make it so you can use all of Balrog's important moves when you need them, while not sacrificing any utility. I think you'll be pleased with the result. Attacking with the Neo Balrog will allow you to perform Balrog's stick combos.
This is what I was
but
just
holding
using.
attack afterwards will take you into Welter Move. From there, you can jab, roll, and counter just like you would in Blow Mode. Releasing the button will then allow you to continue attacking using Balrog's stick combos. This lets you quickly swap between punch and kick moves without having to manually swap and waste time. In addition, the inputs for several moves have been changed. Attack plus forward will always perform Updraft, while Attack plus back will now allow you to perform Flint Wheel, which has been moved from Swordmaster into Dante's core moveset. Inputting back forward will perform Heavy Jolt. Once in the air, Dante's neutral air attack is Friction, while inputting forward will trigger Hammerfall, a new move that instantly knocks the enemy to the ground without taking you with them. Dante's moveset in Swordmaster has also been changed. Neutral Swordmaster will now perform Break Spiral, with Swordmaster forward triggering Divine Dragon, and Swordmaster backward triggering Real Impact. Middle Break can be performed by pressing Swordmaster while in Welter Move. In the air, Dante will perform Firestorm,
Wait.
with Cruiser Drive being
That's what I was
Swordmaster.
watching this for.
Middle Break can be performed by pressing Swordmaster while in Welter Move. In the
Oh,
air,
okay, that's
Dante will
cool.
perform Firestorm,
Huh.
with Cruiser Drive being moved to Swordmaster plus forward. Finally, Pyromania has been moved to Swordmaster plus back forward, as its use is more circumstantial and accidentally triggering it can be problematic. You may notice I haven't mentioned Heat Up. Given how little it offers in terms of offensive or utilitarian capability and how input space is limited, I decided to cut the move. Don't worry about Ignition, however, as the 10 count ability now applies to all of Dante's attacks, making maintaining Ignition a simple task. This moveset is one of the biggest improvements Strive implements in Dante's moveset, so I hope you all will enjoy it. The final addition is Devil May Cry Strive's flagship feature, as well as the inspiration for the mod's name. It completely overhauls the implementation of Sin Devil Trigger, adding an entirely new system to
I feel like playing Assault Spy and finishing up Extreme again. I think I'd rather save that for a video, honestly. I don't have much Extreme mode footage on the channel. It's mostly hard mode, Bloody Palace, overviews and stuff. I think tonight I might put up some footage of that mod I was just playing though. That is really cool. Like, Balrog is a cool weapon on paper, but I feel like the mode transitions could have been better. They could have just remapped. I mean, it's all that Neo Balrog is basically he just remapped things so the good stuff is always available, which is what makes it feel a lot better. I mean, I have like 60 hours with the old muscle memory, which is kind of why I was fumbling around there a little bit. And I'm not that great at the game in the first place, but it does feel better to play, to have access to everything. So like some of the moves that it has are kind of useless. It's nice that you have a little bit more control. Especially comboing in the air with that weapon is just really clunky on the vanilla version because you have to hit R1 and back. Well, the only moves he really took out was just the switch attacks, but those don't really serve much of a purpose anyway. They're kind of just there. I'm pretty impressed with that. I know he worked really hard on that. I think the PC version will still be the best in some ways because it will have access to all those mods. It's just we won't have LDK mode and we won't have the ray tracing, which I don't think anybody really cares about. Most people lower their settings in DMC5, I think, just to get over 100 FPS. I still think it's dumb though how we don't get it. I can understand why the last gen consoles don't get it. You know, those consoles can barely run the game at all, but like PC should get it at least. It's totally not fair to us. This is the second time they've done this too. They did the same thing with the reboot. They redid that game on PS4, and then we never got any of the stuff for that at all. It's like, oh, you guys aren't worthy, even though you bought the damn game first. If we didn't buy it the first time, then there wouldn't be a special edition. But we get the short end of the stick. Really pisses me off, honestly. I seriously doubt that it's timed exclusivity. I think it's just they don't want to do it. Because if it was timed exclusivity, then they would patch everything in with when Virgil comes out in about a month and a half. But they're not. We just get Virgil and nothing else. Luckily, the people that did that Guilty Gear Strive mod I was just using, they are working on LDK mode themselves. So the only thing we'll really be missing is the faster load times and the ray tracing. But it's like the community should not have to do all that stuff. It's like they should give us that basic functionality. They're acting like the PCs can't handle it right now because of the special SSD in the PS5, which is bullshit. That's just legal crap that they're talking about. I can see that that will legitimately happen with other games that are designed around those fast drives. It's going to be a while before PC can catch up to that. But a game like DMC doesn't really load that much at a time anyway. It mostly is just loading whatever you're seeing, and things get unloaded as you get farther away from them. So I don't think that's why. It's pretty whack if you ask me. For them to do this twice in a row, it's dumb. See the forums complaining about it. And not noticing stuttering on my stream, the video I uploaded today, or both? So that's what I'm asking. What do I feel like playing? Kind of felt like playing PSO2, but that's down right now. Could do some Crimson Clover or something. Oh, alright. Well, it should be fixed next time. Stupid, Gamecaster. They, like, did some kind of merger or something. They forced me to update, and I didn't want to. So the other one worked perfectly fine.
Telling me to go out and hunt?
As long as the demons rule this island, foraging is too great a burden for the humans alone. Your divinity dictates that you must be the one to act, my princess.
Over here! If we don't go fetch the others, they'll never find this place.
Princess, this is no time for a royal nap.
I was looking at some footage of the Switch version of this the past few days,
Should we
and
plant something in this field?
it seems like it runs
have
at a
some
pretty
rice sauce
stable
right
60 FPS.
We plant rice.
the people that have it
Sakuna
early
grows
are under a
stone.
really
Yes?
weird embargo. It's like they can only can only show like the first hour of the game or something, and they can't give any opinions on it. But I watched a bunch of footage. I'm tempted to just buy this on Switch right now, but it seems like a better port than what we're used to on the Switch for 3D games.
Sakuna of Rice and Ruin.
Probably like messed with the lighting or something to make it run better. So let's check out some of those right now. Actually, there's a couple more that got uploaded. So I know it'll be fine on PC. It's just
Ladies and gentlemen, Juan.
actually looks pretty smooth. Yeah, but it is dropping quite a bit though. I saw it right there, and it's kind of weird too. It's like it wasn't really anything that major going on. I'm not sure what to think. I should be able to grab this day one anyways. Let's see if there's someone else's video. Maybe their capture footage is messed up. This person's not even doing 60 FPS. That's pointless. Need to find Switch footage. Yeah, it's noticeably dropping. It seems like it's happening at random too. I generally like to look at like more than one video like this in case somebody just has bad capture hardware, but it's doing the same thing. So chance it might get like a day one patch. I've gotten other games early, and a lot of times there's a day one patch. Well, yeah, all these people are limited to an hour, which in this game doesn't seem like much. There's a lot of cutscenes and stuff. I could just turn the voice off. The combat looks good, and I like all the other games these people have made. I played pretty much all their games. I played Astabreed, I played Fairy Bloom Frisia, which is kind of like a less complex version of this, with more stuff added. You can also, the farming stuff, you can make it easier. You can make the combat easier, or the fighting easier, or both. I think they realize that, like, people that like farming sims don't like hardcore action games, and vice versa. So, I'll just put the farming on easy. It's really cool that they do that, though. It's a lot of these games that try to do, like, really extreme ends of the genre spectrum in one game. It usually doesn't work well because one component is better than the other, or you don't like both components. Yeah, I think I'll just get this. This is the third video. I'm noticing it dropping quite a bit. There's like a parry. There's like a parry in this game too, so it feels like having a stable frame rate would help. Okay, let me see if I can find the settings. What do they have in the settings? Ah, see, here you go. This is what I was talking about right here. You can put the farming difficulty on easy, and then you can mess with the combat.
Mask or headgear displayed, and you can change the different type of temperature that you of how the game flows. So to start things off, I'll show you the options, and then we'll jump straight into the game. Options wise, we have a few different settings that we can choose from, but just keep in mind that this is based on the PC version of the game. So if you are playing on the PS4 or on the Switch, there may be a few slight differences between the options. You can choose your language, and for game options, you can choose combat difficulty, farming difficulty, whether or not you want to have your mask or headgear
Alright, the rest of this stuff doesn't matter. Should be able to max out the game. It's more of a stylized game than a just really intensive one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that for sure. It seems like I did not get a key. I think they were looking for the big guys this time. I'm not big enough for that. Very pleased with what I've seen so far. I'm not gonna be interested in the farming. I just wanted character action game with loot. The loot actually looks pretty interesting from what I've seen, but like I said, all the people that have the keys, they're like limited to the first hour of the game, so no one really knows how deep that's going to get. I mean, it can't be worse than Avengers. Avengers loot is still an embarrassment. It's like both Nioh 2 and Ghost of Tsushima have better loot than Avengers. I'm sure Ghost of Tsushima cost as much as Avengers did to make. Maybe a little less because there's no licensing involved, but the thing is that Ghost of Tsushima, that's like a side mode. That was a complete single-player game, and then they just kind of randomly came out with a side online mode that's better than Avengers. It's a shame, really. So that's 3 videos I watched of the Switch version, and it looked like it was dropping frames randomly. I would just go pre-order it right now, but I don't want to deal with that. I'm surprised it runs at 60 FPS in the first place. I'm genuinely shocked it does. I just wanted to rule out the possibility of people having bad gear, bad equipment. But nah, if there's that many people that have it, then that answers that pretty much. Yes. I like this game better than DMC5 in a lot of ways. Obviously not in the graphics department, but the gameplay. I definitely have played this like almost double as much as DMC5. Thing about DMC5 for me is I get tired of installing all the mods. Like this game, I just turn it on and I just play. So it's fun without any kind of mods, but DMC5 is so much better with mods. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to go through all that stuff. I just want to play the game. And there's no shit characters like V in this game either. It's just two really fun characters, and you get tag mode, which you don't get in DMC. Also, this game is mostly humanoid boss fights, so there's no real gimmick fights. Arguably there's one, but even that boss staggers. Oops. Being really passive. I must be used to extreme difficulty. How extreme does it get? Well, it's more fun than DMC 5's hardest difficulty, DMD. This game is a fucking masterpiece. I love this game. The hardest difficulty on this, it's mostly just... you have to be aware of what you're doing. I'd argue there were some parts of it that were unfair, but he fixed that in the patch that was like 2 weeks ago. mostly just the amount of armor guard bar the characters had. It was unfair. Before you buy it, hold on. Someone has it for $10 right now. It's not Steam. It's not on Steam. It's not on sale on Steam right now. It is $10 somewhere else. Yeah, on Fanatical. The Elite Spy Edition is just the soundtrack, so it's not necessary. This game has a really good soundtrack when you can hear it, because the sound effects are really loud in this game. But there's no content in the Elite Spy Edition, so that's the full game for $10. There's no other features or anything you're missing out on. I hate this boss. His healing gimmick is dumb. He's been killed like 4 times over now. He won't die. Stop getting out! Why does this boss exist, man? This is the only bad boss in this game. Hate the gimmick. Just deplete his health bar and just have him die, period. Gimmick sucks. I don't remember how to do enough damage to skip the phase. I used to know how to do that. I don't remember now. I avoid this boss because I stop having fun when I have to fight this boss. Hate bosses that just keep healing over and over. Keeps getting out of the fucking combo. Dumb gimmick. Like the only gimmick boss in this game is that one. I don't remember how to one-cycle him. I have to practice that. I just don't like that boss. Should be a limit to how many times he can heal. Clean fight. Good fight. Yeah, Joker and Showtime are like the only two questionable bosses in this game, but they're still better than gimmick fights and other character action games. Nothing like DMC4 Savior or DMC3 Arkham bad. Nothing that offensive. Ah, you bitch.
戦闘専門エージェントの実力よ。
The only thing I haven't done in this game is Spy Must Die. That's the only content I haven't done in this. I've beaten it on Extreme on both difficulties. I didn't find all the hostages, but I didn't care about that because by the time he added them, I already had like everything maxed out. I don't really care to get the hostages. I've done everything else in this game. It's basically a 100% file. Spy Must Die is kind of like not fun. There's no save points either, so I could see this getting really exhausting. The Bloody Palace in this game, for what it's worth, is actually quite short. You can finish it in like an hour, which I think is a good sweet spot for something like this. Really demanding, exhausting combat. When it starts to get like 2 hours long, like DMC, it's kind of pushing it if you ask me. Yeah, not my kind of fun. I would get too stressed out doing this. I know I'm good at the game. I don't really need to play this to prove it. The problem is they have extreme mode stats, so it's really hard to stagger them. It's better than it was. Yeah, I feel like extreme mode is fun to play through. Assault Spy as a game has one of the best campaigns in any character action game because it's short, it's to the point, and you really can just finish it in one sitting. Even considering multiple deaths and stuff, you can finish that game in one sitting, no problem. There's no gimmicks. The one gimmick is the stealth mode, the stealth level, but I did that once and never again because I was the one that... I think what happened was I was a beta tester on this game, and one of the things he added in the beta patches was the ability for that door to open at the bottom, I guess so that we could test it, and I told him that he should leave that in. I don't remember if I did or someone else did, but it got left in, which I think is for the better. That stealth level is not bad. It's not like too long, but in a game like this, you just want to fight, and I think that's what this game does really well. DMC5, I have to load up like 3 trainers and put all these mods on and stuff. This, I just click the play button and go. Yeah, you only have to do it once. Which a lot of other character action games could learn from. It's like, sure, have the mini-games to add a little bit more variety and please all the reviewers who suck at the games and want mini-games over actual core gameplay. But, if you decide to play the game once, just let you skip it. That's really all that needs to be done. They don't need to be removed outright. Just give me the option to skip them if I've already cleared it once. That's why I've played through this game like 20 times. Versus something like Bayonetta where I get to those mini games and I just don't want to play anymore. You can speedrun that game in 12 minutes. I backed that game on Kickstarter, man. That was the first Kickstarter campaign I've ever done was that. I regret it. I got like an hour into that game and I got so sick of the fucking minigames. Like, when do I just get to fight? Why is there a minigame like every 5 minutes? Like, stop with that shit. The guy who made this has a better understanding of what makes a character action game good than the professionals. This game is fun because it's just fighting. It's a PS2 game with better graphics and better mechanics. In all intents and purposes, it looks like one. But yeah, and it's not just PS2 rooms of dudes to fight, which is something I'm fine with. There actually is a lot of neat design. I think this game has a really good presentation. The assets don't do it justice, but things like the slow-mo finish you get, I think this game does that better than DMC5. You should have warned me about it. Yeah, I had seen some gameplay of The Wonderful 101, but I didn't know it was going to be like a minigame every 2 minutes and like barely any fighting. I feel like I could probably be pretty good at that game too. But the minigames make it so I would never want to play it again, because there's too fucking many of them. And they shove them down your throat and they don't let you skip them. I don't get why you can't skip them. I got like 90 minutes into it and I just stopped playing it. I'm like, I'm tired of the puzzles. I'm tired of the minigames. Just let me play. Stop with that shit. If you're gonna do it, don't do it so often that I get tired of playing. That's counterproductive. Just selling a video game. I mean, yes, they have your money at that point. They don't care, but... It never gets better, really? That's why I think Transformers Devastation is one of their best games, because that game does not overstay its welcome. It really only has that turret minigame, which is actually quite fun. And it's like a minute long, so it doesn't last long enough to piss you off. And then that stupid part where you have to carry that brick. Other than that, that game is just straight action. I played through that game a lot. I feel like having a strict shoestring budget from Activision did that game a lot of favors. They didn't have time to add all that stupid garbage to it. They just had to deliver a good core gameplay experience. Yes, maybe the mechanics aren't as good as Bayonetta, but I don't have to dig around at a missile for 50 hours instead of actually playing the game. It's a lesser of two evils, if you ask me. I'll take mechanics that aren't as deep if the game actually lets me play it, instead of forcing me to do things I don't want for really long periods of time, to the point that I forget I'm playing a character action game and not fucking Mario Party or WarioWare or something. The problem is that they aren't even fun to play, and they overstay their welcome. I feel like minigames can be done well, but it's so hard to do them well. I mean, even if they have a fun mechanic, they get too overboard with it and they make it take too long. And every time you get to that point, you dread playing the game, and it's like, well, isn't this supposed to be replayable? You know, character action games are basically the evolution of beat-em-ups. And those games were designed to be replayable. Short, satisfying, but replayable experiences that you can go back to. You go through to the final showdown, and almost every boss is a bad gimmick. Yeah, that's the impression I got. I wasted my money on that game. It's like the only Platinum game I hadn't played. I didn't like Vanquish either, but that's just because I don't like shooters, and I'm really terrible at them. I'm not good at aiming, and I don't like playing keyboard and mouse games in general, so I played that game for like an hour, and I couldn't get into it. Pretty much just that, and Wonderful 101 are the only ones I haven't finished. I think my favorite one, ironically, would be Transformers, because like I said, that game actually feels like it was designed to be replayable. They keep the dumb stuff to a minimum. I need to play that game again. I still have it installed, even though it's delisted, which is a shame. I remember when they announced that Transformers Battlegrounds games, I got excited, but it's by some random shovelware developer. It's not Platinum. I think people don't take me seriously when I say I like Transformers better than Bayonetta. Like, yes, Bayonetta has more deep combat, but the game sucks to replay. To me, that's kind of a failure. No, Astral Chain was shit. Astral Chain, I rage quit. I hated that game. The only good thing about it was the soundtrack and the aesthetics of it. Everything related to the gameplay really sucked. Because you spend so much time doing stupid investigations, and then almost all the dungeons are just like this generic, nondescript red cubes, just endlessly dumb puzzles. The combat is frustrating. A lot of the enemies are just there to piss you off, like those fuckers that go underground and make everyone else invincible until you kill them. And then they have like massacre platforming, because the platforming controls are like the worst I've ever seen. Whoever designed the platforming in that game is like a sociopath. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, I get that there's not much real estate on the controller to have a jump button, but the solution to that is to just not have platforming in your game. You can't jump. You have to command the Legion to pull you over there on the chain. But the problem with that is it's not instant. And towards the end of the game, they really pile on the platforming. It just makes you question why you're playing the game. What makes it worse is that you take fall damage in that game too. Which just feels incredibly stupid, because in the fall animation, the Legion saves you when you go back up. So it's like, okay, why did I take damage? It doesn't even make sense to take damage, so the platforming is abysmal, and you take damage for doing it too. The platforming and falling down was like more threatening than the enemies. It's also 30 FPS as well, which for that kind of game just does not work. A lot of people said it gets better when you get past the campaign, because it basically just turns into this really long, like, Bloody Palace type mode, and there's like missions and stuff. There's no more investigations or gimmicks or platforming or anything, but I could not even get to that point. I got to the point where I was actively getting frustrated and annoyed. Frustrated to the point of getting angry. It was just like, I just deleted it. You liked that game. I'm surprised you liked that game. I hated it. It wasn't fun. I got to that part where it wanted me to clean up the city or whatever, and there was just a bunch of fucking awful platforming. I'm just like, you know what, I'm done with this game. I'm not having fun with it. The game just wouldn't end either. It kept going and going and going. I kept trying to power through to the end, but it was just torture to play. More tolerable minigames. Yeah, but you exchange that for the worst platforming in video game history. Platforming in that game is like a sin to mankind. If I had it installed right now, I would show you guys just how bad it is. But I uninstalled it. I rage uninstalled it. I never played it again. If I did play it again, I'd probably just find a backup for it and play it on emulator, because it runs at 60 FPS on emulator. If I ever gave that game a chance again, that's how I would do it. There were short bursts where I was having fun, but most of the time I was just getting frustrated. I just don't force myself to play things I don't like anymore. Yes, it does. It has for a while. Yeah, if you legally own the game, there's no reason to not do that. Platinum already got their money. That's what emulation's supposed to be for anyway, things like that. Where it runs better or the game's not sold anymore. You're already legally paid for it, you're not really breaking any laws. Let me see if I can find that really quick. I think you need a patch for it. Yeah, that's been a thing for a while, shortly after launch actually. Let me just close out of Assault Spy. I want to look at this myself. Yeah, Switch emulation is unique because the console is still being sold, but the emulation is legit better than the console. It's crazy how fast it's advanced compared to other stuff like PS3 and 360, which are still like, you know, those consoles are like 15 years old now, and they're still like not that great. They're good for some games, but like Switch is pretty crazy. To the point where with Hyrule Warriors, I'm considering legally buying that game, and then if it gets a 60 FPS patch, which it most likely will, then I just play it on emulator. And you get the best of both worlds that way. You got your legal copy, so there's no guilt. You paid for the game legally and legitimately. You get to play it on the Switch, and then when you're at home, or if you're like me, you're a content creator, then you can play on the emulator. So there's literally no downside, which is pretty cool. It's doing all the cache stuff right now. The problem is it wasn't fun, and I didn't feel like I had control over it. That was the problem I had with it. Okay, maybe this guy just has a crap computer. There's somebody else with a better computer.
Otherwise, we'll be dealing with a lot of redshift.
to the search.
Why don't any of these people have good PCs? I can't tell.
Brenda.
Hey, none of these are 60 FPS. Later, Rooks. Thanks for watching. I can't find anything from, like, recently. Okay, this is just some clickbait about the trailer. Why do people make stuff like that? I can't find anybody who actually has a good PC. These people don't have good computers. It's not running at that frame rate. Oh yeah, there's like a whole site of patches and stuff. Yeah, Switch is unique in that the emulation is already better than the console. Which I think is really cool because you can just legally buy the game and then emulate it, which is what it's supposed to be for. You know, games you already own, and you just want to play them after the console's, you know, out of fashion and stuff. Like, I did that with Guardian Heroes. I have Guardian Heroes on my PC because I bought that game legally, but they won't re-release it. They won't put it on PC or Switch or anything, so I had to resort to emulating it. You shouldn't let companies being stupid and not re-releasing good games prevent you from playing them, especially if you already bought them. Game preservation is really shitty right now. I think it's the worst it's been. If you only play the stuff that they re-released, it's just going to be the same 30 games over and over, like Mario and Kirby and stuff. Which are great games, don't get me wrong, but there's lots of really good stuff that you can't get legally. Yeah, I might actually look into that. That was what I was going to do with Zelda. It's like, I will buy that game legally, because the frame rate's not as bad in portable mode, and it doesn't make me feel sick. But, man, if that emulator gets it running at 60 FPS, I'm all over that shit. They remake Code of Princess but won't port Guardian Heroes. Yeah, exactly. I buy all my stuff. I don't really pirate anything, but I would make exceptions for Switch games, especially if I legally own them. There's no reason to not do it, really. I just don't like going on those shady sites. My computer is like my lifeline, so that's another reason why I don't really pirate stuff either. Just going on those sites is always a risk. Yeah, that's one of the good things about the gaming industry right now, despite how much of a mess it is they have effectively beaten piracy. They really have. It's kind of what happened with Napster when iTunes came out. iTunes effectively killed music piracy. I mean, it didn't kill it, obviously, but they made it cheap enough and easy enough for people to legally buy music that pirating was actually harder. I mean, that's kind of what's happening with video games right now. You know, if you can get a AAA game like DMC5 legally for $20, why would you go on some shady site and torrent it? You're just putting your computer at risk when you could just save up $20 and just buy it on sale. Well, I haven't really felt much of a need to do that kind of thing, but for emulation, if the game runs objectively better, like it does on Switch, then I'll totally buy the game legally once and then just emulate it. That's a better experience for myself and you guys, so it's a win-win. There's no real loss there, and they got their money for it in the first place. I paid for it. Yeah, I remember all the old suits bitching about Napster back. That was like 20 years ago, bitching about it, and the solution was just make it so people can buy the music easily. If they want one track, if they like one track on a CD, let them buy it for $1 or $2 or whatever the price is. And that effectively killed piracy. That's all it took. I don't think piracy is the first option for many people. It's just sometimes it's the only option, especially in other parts of the world where they jack up the prices to games and stuff to the point where nobody can afford them. But even that's starting to get better. I know Steam does regional pricing and stuff. So it's actually like we're relatively balanced around the income of the people that live in that area. So even there, piracy is not as prevalent as it was because there's less of a necessity to do it. I couldn't take it anymore. I wasn't having fun playing it. I'm not getting any younger. I just don't like playing games that just actively piss me off. I've done a lot of games I actively hated, and it didn't pay off for me, like mentally or financially. Wow, a lot of games have 60 FPS. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I think I'm done for now, actually, folks. It's 10:30 and I haven't made tomorrow's video. I'm gonna make a video on that DMC5 mod I was playing. I think people would really like that. Um, in the meantime, I'm gonna try to set up Switch emulation, just so I have less to do when or if Hyrule Warriors gets that 60 FPS patch. Is that, like I mentioned in my video, that's the plan, is to buy it legally and then emulate it if it gets a 60 FPS patch, which it probably will. I know it's in really high demand. I'm sure someone will do it. Games that are capped at 30 FPS or 60 FPS on those mods, so I don't know. Yeah, let me work on that video for tomorrow. I don't really have any outstanding projects right now. I need to spend a little bit of time on those 2 ones I got, but I'm kind of just chilling until Sukuna comes out, so I'll probably just be playing random stuff. In the event that I get this simulation set up, then we'll check that out tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later. There's fellow community members streaming Genshin. If that's your thing, you can head over there.